OBS because the stupid Windows driver crashed or something. But outside of that, this is the most stable PC I've ever had in my entire life. Okay? Oh my God, excuse me.
La 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 la. Happy Halloween to you.
And you know, shoes are like that too, and I never understood that about shoes, because shoes have a number sizing, and the number sizing is supposed to be the actual measurement of the size of the shoe. So for example, I have very large feet. All right, I do. I'll admit, I have giant flopping hobbit feet, clown feet, whatever you want to call them. All right, they're ginormous. They're absolutely ridiculously large, and they're both long and wide. So it's like, you know, having two tennis rackets taped to the bottom of your legs. And I know you probably can't see it very well because this is a 1080p webcam. It's not very clear. You probably can't, you can't even tell from that shot at all. My foot is incredibly swollen. You cannot tell from what I wanted to show you there. It's about, I'd say about 1.5 times the chubbiness of my other foot. It's swollen up out of nowhere. Now, at first I thought maybe I had whacked it, and the thing is, over the years, I have been, just listen to this, I've been a size 11, 11 and a half, 12, 12 and a half, 13, and 13 and a half. What? How? I don't know, but every single time that I go to get any kind of shoes, I have no idea what size I'm supposed to get. Because every shoe brand is different, every style is different. If you get, 12s in this shoe, they're perfect. 12s in another shoe, they come off my foot, and 12s in another shoe, they don't fit. How the hell is that possible? It's 12. It's a number. They measured 12 inches and said it's 12. So how the hell do 3 different shoes not fit the same? It just doesn't make sense. But that's just how clothing is. It's very frustrating. It's pretty frustrating, guys. It is, And if you're wondering why, it was only like maybe 10 minutes late to start. So I come into my office like always. I get all my equipment running, and I open my laptop, and my laptop says, do you want to upgrade to Windows 11? I'm like, now wait a minute. I swear to God, I have Windows updates set to off on this laptop. I have it that it's supposed to be manual prompt, and you have to approve the update. For some reason, it just didn't update. I didn't tell it to do an update, it just did it. I never did that. I never set it up to do that. It just did it of its own volition. It said, oh, we want to do an update. Right. Huh? I didn't do anything. I literally didn't do anything. Okay, I didn't tell you to. So, basically, it deleted all the settings on my laptop. So, all the browser stuff I had set up for my stream was gone. So, I had to set it up completely from scratch again, which takes like 10-15 minutes because there's like 3 or 4 browser windows I use at once when I'm streaming. So I have to load those sites, resize the windows, get it all going again. It's frustrating. I'm like, why the hell did it do that? It's very rude that they would just go in there and delete all my shit. But, the question is, should I upgrade my Should I upgrade my operating system on my laptop from Windows 10 to Windows 11? This laptop is about 2 years old now. I want to say it's 2 years old. Okay. And it's to the point where, like, we now need someone to interject and say, okay, technology is advancing and that's great, but at some point when technology advances, everything else in life has to catch up to it. Now, the last way you can support this channel certainly is not the least, and particularly in the next week to week and a half, this is an amazing way to help out because I need the help right now. All right, tipping. Tipping is a direct contribution to my PayPal. Now, normally, I wouldn't care how you contribute to my channel. Anything helps, and everything is greatly appreciated. But I'm in a little bit of a hard place right now. There is a rock rolling at me from behind, and the hard place is in front of me. So before I get squished like a streamer sandwich, let me explain what's going on. Basically, right now, I need to buy a lot of games. At least 4 in the next couple of weeks, and they're all going to be games that are pretty pricey. Nothing there's cheap. While I have to buy those games for the business, YouTube is going to pay me for my monthly performance, all right? However, YouTube has decided this month that, they're going to pay on a weekend. And when they pay on weekends, there's processing time added, which I know this sounds really stupid and technical and really has nothing to do with you. But understand it affects me in a very negative way because I'm not a rich guy. I'm not rolling in dough. I depend on that YouTube payment every month to come through on time. This month, it's not going to come through on time. This month, there's going to be a minimum of 2 days delay, if not 4 to 5 days delay, which is what YouTube says. If you get paid on a weekend, they can delay the payment up to 5 days for processing. The problem is, not only do I have to afford the games for the week coming up, there's 4 games I have to buy within a 1 week period, but I also have other bills coming due. And since the YouTube payment's delayed, I need to have money to pay those bills as well before the YouTube payment comes in. So basically, I'm tight right now on money to the point where it's like, I hope that I can afford everything. I don't have money. I have no money right now. I have $0 to spend on anything. So I can't even call a plumber to come fix my shower. I have to wait. Now, next week, I get paid by YouTube. And the problem is, you know, I get paid, and I was like, okay, when I get paid, that's when I pay my mortgage. And that's when I pay my monthly tax payment, and that's when I pay this, and that's when I pay that. So I already got out of the payment that I got coming from YouTube next week already. I'm not even kidding you. Like 80% of it was already accounted for. 80% between paying my mortgage, between paying my tax payment, my back tax payment. I got to actually pay an attorney. And it's funny because someone said to me the other day, well, why not just not buy the games and just pay the bills? Well, you're right, except then I have no content. If I have no content, then I can't make more money to pay more bills. So, yeah, I could not buy the games and then sit here with my thumb up my butt for several days and not play the new releases, and I don't think that's going to work. So, the deal is, if you are someone who likes the content, if you are someone who is enjoying all these new releases, you love this time of year, and you want to help out, the best way to support right now would be tipping. I'm not saying, hey, don't contribute in other ways, especially if maybe you're someone who doesn't like using PayPal or for whatever reason you can't tip. I get it, all right? I'm not trying to pressure you. I'm not trying to make you do anything above and beyond any normal means. I'm not trying to ask for anything extra from anything someone would normally contribute. What I'm saying is if you have an opportunity to say, hey, I wonder how I could best help out the channel today, tipping would be the way. Once I get paid by YouTube, whenever that may be, because it's supposed to be around the 21st, but it could be upwards of 5-6 days later. YouTube being so fucking stupid. And you know what? I will say this too, because this does get me. It really annoys me. So every once in a while, we get someone who's generous. They'll come to this channel and they'll gift a bunch of stuff. Maybe they'll drop like a ton of memberships, right? Just because someone did that once doesn't mean that you should sit around the chat talking about it constantly and expecting it. Like some people literally this moment just said, oh, well, I hope that so-and-so from last month comes back and just gifts everyone memberships again. No. No. And by the way, if they just happen to show up and they're hanging out on a stream, you shouldn't fucking bother them for a gifted membership either. How obnoxious are you, right? That just because someone is a benefactor or someone's nice, trying to be a philanthropist around here and be nice to people, doesn't mean that now you have a license to bother them and pester them for free shit, all right? No, because you notice, I don't do that, and I'm the one who directly benefits, and I don't do it. So if I don't do it, what gives you the right to do it? So don't do it. It's against the rules to sit around and say, man, I really hope that so-and-so comes and gifts a bunch of shit. Yeah, well, I really hope you shut the fuck up before I ban you from the chat because we don't want to hear you being like that. That's very ungrateful and very, very not the spirit of giving that these people, should really be having. You should be grateful for the fact that you got something nice instead of demanding it again the next month. That's ridiculous, you know? So, anyway, stop this!